66 million years ago, the sky turned black. A mountain-sized asteroid struck Earth. Forests burned. Oceans boiled. Dust covered the planet, blocking the sun. Plants died. Food chains collapsed, and the age of the dinosaurs came to an end. But imagine that the asteroid missed. Imagine it passed silently through the darkness, leaving Earth untouched. No explosion, no endless winter, no mass extinction. The dinosaurs survived. A world where Tyrannosaurus Rex still ruled, enormous herds shook the ground, and giant reptiles moved through oceans and skies. Sounds incredible. But there is one problem. In that world, we may never have existed. After the dinosaurs vanished, small mammals finally had room to grow, spread, and evolve. They moved into empty forests, open plains, and abandoned ecosystems. Over millions of years, some became primates. Much later, one branch became human. Without the extinction, mammals might have remained small, frightened creatures hiding in burrows, coming out only at night. Our ancestors would have lived beneath the feet of giants. Picture the world 60 million years after the asteroid failed to strike. The continents have changed. Mountains have risen. Rivers have carved new valleys. But the dinosaurs are still here. They have not remained frozen in time. They have evolved. Some are larger, some are faster. Others hunt in organized packs, communicating through calls, colors, and movements. The most dangerous species may not be the biggest. It may be the smartest. Certain small predatory dinosaurs already had sharp senses, grasping claws, forward-facing eyes, and relatively large brains. Given tens of millions of additional years, their descendants could become far more intelligent. Not human. Something else. Imagine a creature balanced on powerful legs, with feathered arms ending in curved claws. Its eyes measure distance. Its hearing detects movement through leaves. It does not roar before attacking. It watches, it waits, and it learns. Perhaps they begin using stones, sharpened branches, and eventually fire. Intelligence does not guarantee kindness. It only makes a predator more efficient. In this alternate Earth, nights would be terrifying. Small mammals would hear clicking sounds outside their burrows. Shadows would move between the trees. A predator might block one tunnel while another waited near the escape route. The hunt would not be random. It would be planned. Could mammals still evolve into something like us? Possibly. Some might survive in trees, on islands, or underground, slowly developing hands, larger brains, and social groups. But they would never inherit the planet. They would be surrounded by enemies that had dominated Earth for more than 100 million years. Imagine an early human-like species finally emerging. They are smaller than us, perhaps stronger. They live in cliffs and caves far above the forest floor. They never travel alone. Children are taught one rule before they learn to speak. Never make noise after sunset. Their fires are hidden behind rocks. Their villages have no open streets. Every entrance is narrow. Watchers stand on high platforms, scanning the trees. And beyond the light, something is always moving. A branch bends. A bird suddenly stops calling. Then two pale eyes appear in the darkness. Not the eyes of an animal, driven only by hunger. The eyes of something curious, something studying the village. Human civilization, if it ever begins, would grow under constant terror. Herds of giant herbivores could destroy crops in minutes. Predators would follow them, turning farmland into hunting grounds. Cities would need enormous walls. Travel between settlements could take weeks. The ocean would be no safer. Rivers could contain armored hunters strong enough to overturn boats. The skies might still hold enormous flying predators, capable of lifting a person from the ground. Humanity would live somewhere in the middle of the food chain. Every technological breakthrough would begin with survival. Weapons before art, walls before temples, warning systems before music. But then, one night, the watchers on the city wall would see something impossible. Far across the valley, on a hill no human had ever reached, hundreds of lights would appear. They would move in perfect lines, not wildfire, not stars, torches, and the creatures carrying them would not be human. The discovery would change everything. For thousands of years, humans believed the intelligent predators in the forest were only clever animals, dangerous, organized, but still animals. Now the lights on the distant hill proved otherwise. The dinosaurs had built a city. Their settlements had remained hidden inside dense forests and mountain regions humans could not enter. They may have developed language, tools, and war before us. Their senses would be sharper, their bodies faster, their instincts shaped by hunting. The first meeting might not begin with peace. A human expedition would cross the valley. They would find roads marked with claw-shaped symbols, towers of wood, stone, and bone. No one would speak. Then figures would appear above the walls, tall, silent, watching. One of them would copy the human gesture of peace, slowly, almost perfectly. But behind the expedition, the forest would close. The humans would realize they had been surrounded before they ever reached the gate. Would two intelligent species share the planet? Two intelligent civilizations might see each other as rivals, monsters, or food. Wars would not be fought only between nations. They would be fought between branches of evolution. Humans might control cold mountains and fortified cities. Dinosaurs could dominate forests and plains. Both sides would race to develop stronger weapons. Humans might invent bows, explosives, engines, and aircraft faster, because every delay means extinction. But the dinosaurs would have advantages of their own. Some could outrun horses, see in darkness, or communicate below human hearing. Flying species could become scouts or living weapons. Imagine a battlefield beneath a red sunrise. Human cannons fire from behind steel walls. Armored dinosaur soldiers rush through smoke, behind layered scales and metal. Above them, feathered gliders drop burning weapons onto the city. The ground shakes. The sky screams. Human technology might eventually become more advanced. Electricity, radio, satellites, genetic engineering. But progress would carry a darker purpose. Scientists would study dinosaur embryos to find weaknesses. Diseases might be designed to infect one species, but not the other. Predators could be captured, modified, and released behind enemy lines. The most terrifying weapons would not explode. They would hatch. And what if the dinosaurs reached modern technology first? Their cities might look nothing like ours. Buildings could be shaped for tails, claws, nests, and bodies that move differently. Their history would describe mammals as pests that somehow became dangerous. In their museums, a human skeleton might stand behind glass. The description might read, small social mammal, highly aggressive, capable of tool use, nearly caused several regional extinctions. Perhaps there would be no single winner. The world could become permanently divided. Human aircraft would avoid dinosaur-controlled airspace. Border walls would stretch across continents. Children would grow up learning two histories, the human version and the dinosaur version. But there is another possibility, a possibility even more disturbing than war. What if intelligent dinosaurs did not see humans as enemies? What if they saw us as useful? Humans could be captured, trained, and bred for specific tasks. Our hands are excellent for delicate work. To a more advanced species, we might not be citizens. We might be tools. A person could spend their entire life inside a dinosaur city, repairing machines they do not understand, watched by creatures whose expressions they cannot read. No chains would be necessary. Outside the walls, the wilderness would be worse. And yet, cooperation might eventually emerge. Trade could replace hunting. Shared science could replace fear. Together, they might build a civilization stronger than either could create alone. But even in a peaceful world, something ancient would remain between them. Every human would know the creature across the table descended from hunters. Every dinosaur would know that the small mammal beside it survived by hiding, adapting, and waiting. Trust would always carry the memory of teeth. So, what if the dinosaurs never went extinct? Earth would not simply be our world, with dinosaurs added to it. It would be an entirely different planet. A planet where humanity might never rise. A planet where civilization develops behind walls. A planet shared by two intelligent species that were never meant to meet. Tonight, when you hear wind moving through the trees, remember how close this world came to existing. 66 million years ago, one asteroid crossed space, a small change in its path, and the darkness outside your window might be watching you back.